Hello, friends. My name is Joy Ballard. I'm kind of a new educator here on 7 Oily Days Essentials, but I wanted to come and share a really brief introduction or overview of some of the basics on CBD. So I want to cover very briefly the what, the why, and the how of CBD. So what is CBD? CBD is a chemical component of a group of plants, and CBD stands for cannabidiol. And the CBD that we have with Young Living comes from the hemp plant. Now, I'm a nurse, and so sometimes I get a little bit of science geeky on you. CBD and THC. THC is the part of the marijuana plant that causes the psychotropic effects or the effect of being stoned when you smoke or ingest marijuana. That is not the same as CBD. CBD is a completely different chemical constituent in the hemp plant. So THC, different chemical than CBD. Now, why CBD? Why is it so important? And this kind of has a little bit to do with the what, but why is CBD important? So as a nurse, when I went through nursing school, I learned that we have a nervous system, and in our nervous system, we have nerves and they connect kind of end to end, but there's this little gap. And between the gap, there is a chemical called a neurotransmitter. And the neurotransmitter communicates from the end of one nerve to the end of another nerve. Now, that's like super simplified, okay? But so there's these little chemicals that communicate nerve to nerve, and they go in and they kind of connect to the next nerve with a lock and key type mechanism. So that's your nervous system. And so the nervous system communicates with a lock and key mechanism from one nerve ending to the other nerve ending. Everybody knows we all have a nervous system. What we haven't realized until recently is we also have an endocannabinoid system. What's that? Endocannabinoid systems are a system in our body that the lock and key mechanism communicates not with neurotransmitters, but with cannabinoids. So CBD is a cannabinoid. Back in 1937, I believe is the date, the government said no more hemp plants. Hemp is bad. We're going to make it a Schedule I drug because of the THC component. So they outlawed hemp plants. Even though hemp used to be a textile, like there were whole farms of hemp plants because the hemp plant itself is phenomenal for making clothes and making paper and making rope, and lots of different textiles came from the hemp industry. But the government outlawed it. So hemp used to grow wild. Our cows would eat it. Our sheep would eat it. And it was actually a part of our food chain. So we would get small amounts of CBD through our diet back before 1937. Another fascinating thing about CBD is mothers who are breastfeeding their babies actually produce CBD into the breast milk naturally. Like that's normal. Babies get CBD through breast milk. So CBD or cannabidiols used to be a part of our natural food chain. 1937 rolls around, that goes away. So for the last 3 generations or 2 generations, whatever you want to call it, we have been CBD deficient. So you have a cannabidiol system, an endocannabinoid system let me back up. You have an endocannabinoid system. It needs cannabidiols, CBD. Your body needs CBD in order for that endocannabinoid system to work. Now that endocannabinoid system modulates mood, modulates inflammation, modulates pain receptor sites, modulates a wide variety of different functions in your body. You've been CBD deficient now for how many generations? So let's put that into maybe some a perspective that maybe more of us would understand. Vitamin C. Everybody understands that vitamin C is critical to cell health. And when we don't have vitamin C, what happens? Everybody knows that when you don't have vitamin C, you get scurvy, right? Like that's what happened to the guys on the ships back when the world was still being settled, right? Like they would carry barrels of limes with them and all the guys would eat a lime a day or something like that to keep the scurvy away. So let's pretend that 3 generations ago, the government came along and said, no more vitamin C for you. We kind of understand that if vitamin C was eliminated, we would become really unhealthy because vitamin C is a critical nutrient. Like your body needs vitamin C. So let's look through that same lens at CBD. CBD is a critical nutrient for your body. Okay? In the same way that vitamin C is a critical nutrient for your body, CBD is a critical nutrient for your body because you have an endocannabinoid system that needs cannabinoids to function. So let's say the government outlawed vitamin C and then 3 generations later, they're like, okay, you can have vitamin C back. Everyone would be like, whoa, vitamin C, like it's the miracle cure for everything, right? Well, no, it's not the miracle cure. It's that your body needs vitamin C. So that's kind of what we're seeing right now with CBD. Your body needs CBD. It's been deficient for a long time. So are people experiencing some amazing results from CBD? Yes. But it's not because CBD itself is so amazing, really. It's that your body needed CBD and it didn't have it. So yes, it's going to make you feel incredible. Okay? Now, I don't believe in a one-size-fits-all. People ask me, well, how much should I take? I don't know. Start with a little bit, and if you don't get the results you need, bump it up. If you don't get the results you need, bump it up. And folks who have a chronic condition may have more dramatic results than someone like myself, who in general is fairly healthy. But I will say, I do notice a difference in the quality of my sleep. I notice a difference in the quality of my stress level, that type of thing. So, who needs CBD? Everybody needs CBD. Do we all need the same amount? No, we don't. I don't believe in a one-size-fits-all. And so that's kind of the what and the why of CBD. Now let's talk about why Young Living. So when I saw CBD kind of hit the market, it was about 3 years ago that CBD kind of began to gain traction, and you saw all these different companies pop up, CBD this, CBD that. Oh my gosh, it's amazing miracle. I kind of sat back. I've been with Young Living for almost 7 years, and I've learned along the way quality in this arena of natural health and wellness is really, really important. And in the same way that the seed to seal process with our essential oils is really critical to the quality of what's in your bottle, y'all, it is, I would say, almost more important with your CBD. And here's why. The hemp plant is to the earth what the suckerfish is to your fish tank. So think about what the suckerfish does in the fish tank, what it does to the walls of the fish tank. It cleans all the yuck up out of the fish tank, right? The hemp plant is called a phytoremediator. What does that mean? It means it remediates the soil. So if there's toxins in the soil, the hemp plant sucks all those up and cleans the yuck out of the dirt that plant is being grown in. Why does that matter? I live in the middle of Arkansas. I kind of live in the middle of farm country. There's a lot of herbicides, pesticides, really yucky chemicals that are sprayed all around me on all these farms. There's a lot of chicken farms that I'm around. And y'all, you don't cram 17,000 chickens into a barn and not load them up with a lot of nasty antibiotics and a lot of nasty chemicals and keep them alive for very long. So I can only imagine what's in the groundwater around here. I don't want something that I'm going to be putting into my body for health and wellness to be grown in soil that has all that nastiness in it. And you say, well, the CBD that my friend is using or the CBD that I'm using, it's organic. My husband and I have a 40-acre farm, and we're looking at the process of becoming organic certified. It is a 3-year process. And you're like, wow, that's a really long time. And yes, it's a really long time, and there's a lot of steps to it. Glyphosate, which is Roundup, stays in the soil for 30 years. The organic certification process is only 3. The land that we bought has had Roundup used on it for the folks bought the place in 1976. My fence rows haven't been sprayed with Roundup in 3.5 years, and there's still a very distinct plant-free fence row, even though we've not sprayed it. Roundup stays in the soil for 30 years. So what does that mean for Young Living? Young Living's seed to seal process, there cannot be chemicals used on the farm or on that land for 50 years before they will accept plant matter from that farm. So some people were saying, well, gosh, why isn't Young Living carrying CBD 2 or 3 years ago? They couldn't find a farm that they were willing to accept the plant matter from. And then there were a lot of legal hoops to jump through to be able to make it really legal for us to have it and for them to sell it to us. Because at a federal level, for a long time, even though folks were selling CBD and CBD was, quote, legal, there were some loopholes that certain financial companies still qualified CBD monies as drug money. So there was a lot going on there that Young Living was like, listen, we would love, like, this stuff's important to our bodies. They knew that. But they had to have a clean product. They had to have a way to legally sell it to us and legally pay us to share it with others. And so it took a while to get all of those things in order. So what is CBD? It's a chemical constituent that is a nutrient that is critical to your body because you have an endocannabinoid system. It comes from the hemp plant. Everyone needs it. Why Young Living? It's the only brand on the market that I know of that is being grown on virgin land. Our farm is in Greeley, Colorado. We cannot currently go look at it because of, again, sorry, I timed out there a second. We can't go look at it because of different regulations still, and they're not set up for tours, but my understanding is that will be coming. Okay, how to use CBD. Again, your bottle of CBD from Young Living, my bottle of CBD from Young Living, says for external use only. I'm the one who decides what goes in, on, and around my body, not the government. My CBD comes with stevia in it. I don't think my skin has taste buds. So for myself, I choose to take a dropper full under my tongue. I choose to do that for joy. For my babies, I choose to give them half a dropper full under their tongue. Again, that's my choice. You need to make your own choice. Can you use this topically? Yes, you can use this topically. It actually works really well topically. There is also the little muscle rub that is intended to be used topically. And then there's the calm roller. So that is how you can CBD. Now remember, anything you put on topically gets ingested into your body, it gets absorbed into your body. So on some level, if you choose to only use it topically, that's okay. It will be absorbed into your body, okay? Your body chemistry, my body chemistry. If your gut says, I probably shouldn't ingest that, don't ingest it. Maybe it's not the way your body needs it. I had a member of my team who was using the muscle rub on her knees because her knees were kind of uncomfortable. And she found that her anxiety came down. Now, my nurse's brain says, well, yeah, your pain level came down, which causes your anxiety level to come down, but also her body was absorbing cannabinoids. So it's going to affect other places, other aspects of your health and wellness as well. So, final review. What is CBD? CBD is a critical nutrient to your body. Why CBD? Because you need it. Why Young Living? It's the only brand I know of that doesn't have contaminants in it. Also, the way we know that how things are distilled matters. How you distill CBD matters too. There's a lot of nasty chemicals that some of these companies use to pull that CBD out of the plant. We don't. Why Young Living? Because it's clean. How CBD? I choose to use it topically. I choose to use it internally. It's up to you how you want to do it. All right, I hope that was helpful. Talk with you later.